Lockdowns are coming. Lockdowns are coming. Doctors predict people will start getting sick soon. And I'm seeing recommendations for everyone to get booster jabs as soon as they can. Here, take a look at your screen. Talks and strange rumors are circulating around new fall updates expected with what is being described as very promising results. But some experts say that if you're thinking about getting the next jab or booster, that you might want to consider waiting for the next update, maybe to avoid any potentially harmful side effects. But I'm not sure. I don't know. Do you think these urgent warnings and alerts from all these medical professionals has anything to do with the planned government warning coming October 4th? And First Lady Jill Biden just tested positive and she's sick now too. Plus, massive warning to preppers, homesteaders, and survivalists. They're printing the next round of warning signs, and from what I'm seeing, all signs are pointing to lockdowns and food shortage updates. I've even heard people talking about how lockdowns are coming and suggesting people don't ignore the warnings, listen to Alex Jones, and get ready to leave ASAP. Lockdowns are coming. Lockdowns are coming. Not quite sure they are for everybody, particularly those living in Florida, for instance, like myself. But I keep hearing more and more about these potential lockdowns coming. But also, I'll tell you this right now, guys, I will not comply. And I got to say that it was a little bit odd to see the response, the poll results from the voters who said that they would accept government payment in exchange for their freedom, in exchange for their health and well-being, all for a few dollars from the government, more than likely going to be taxed. But again, this is probably par for the course considering how they tried to do this already before with baiting people in with different stimulus checks and government handouts that they then tax you for down the road, knowing that so many people probably watching these YouTube videos are feeling the squeeze and feeling the pinch from the increased cost of living, inflation, higher prices, lower wages, less hours, limited overtime, no bonus structure whatsoever, compensation packages being reduced, and workloads actually being increased at the same time. Less fares in rideshare, Uber, Lyft, less volume and lower tips on food delivery services in Walmart Spark. Comment down below and let me know if you've experienced any of these things yourself. They're also dangling the carrot for certain states, Illinois, California, labeling it reparations in exchange for a vote, in exchange for your freedom, in exchange for that jab. But I honestly really want to know what you guys think. I want to know what you guys are seeing. I want to make sure that this isn't all just one-sided, potentially just scare tactics spread by left and or right through mainstream media and other channels, other social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, X, or Twitter, however you want to call it, YouTube, Fox News, CNN, USA Today, MSNBC, Reuters. Is there any limit as far as how far they can reach to try to infiltrate and gain access, which essentially I'm hearing is what is likely to happen October 4th with this national warning, which is now no longer going to happen on 10/4, but actually it's supposed to happen on 9/24, right after the scheduled mandates are imposed, I believe, based on the information that was shared or leaked by TSA employees, TSA personnel, about the coming mandates. Now, granted, I did tell you guys that a college, university, a school in Atlanta actually introduced or reintroduced mask mandates, but my wife told me today that they actually reversed that. They reversed that decision and apparently they're pulling back. They pivoted on this mass mandate, this new mass mandate situation. I don't know that to be 100% true. I'm positive she hasn't lied to me. And with that being said, I need to do a little bit more research and deep dive into that to find out exactly, did they reverse this mask mandate? And if so, what was the reason for it? Was there pushback? Because we can stand up and put our foot down. Some have said in the comment section that our votes don't matter. They don't count. But sometimes we gotta buck the system. We gotta stand up for ourselves. We gotta stick our chest out, be willing to face our enemies, foreign and domestic, and not afraid to get our hands dirty a little bit. But sometimes we don't vote by casting ballots. Sometimes we vote in other ways. Okay, you gotta make waves. You gotta make a splash. You gotta make some noise. Now, I do know that there was a potential lockdown situation that happened here recently at the Burning Man gathering or Burning Man rally, or I don't know. I honestly, I don't know what it is. Burning Man. I thought it was some bartering, networking, flea market deal, but apparently almost 73,000 people were stranded and in danger. At least one person died. From what? From the weather. From rain, from a muddy situation. I think Burning Man was the same place that those protesters were seen with their illegal roadblock barricade as the police or the rangers drove through and then arrested the people involved. I think Officer Tatum showed that on one of his videos, and that was on the way to Burning Man, I think, is what somebody told me. But they literally used the weather. They used the weather to lock them down. They were stuck. They were stranded. They couldn't get out by the weather. Just some rain. That is probably the closest that we have seen to a lockdown here recently, which I don't think was the intended message being shared and spread throughout social media about lockdowns coming. But essentially, they did get locked down by the weather, by some rain, by some mud. You would think that there might have been like at least one capable pickup truck out there to get out of there. One lifted Ram or Super Duty on some 37, 12 and a halves to get out of there. Maybe some 40s, I don't know. But that's all it took was some weather, some rain to literally lock these people down, put them in harm's way at risk, and also kill one person. So that's got me wondering. It's got me thinking, how do we get ready? How do we prepare? And I don't have all the answers. So literally, I'm trying to have a conversation with you guys to get your thoughts and your opinions, because if this is true, if all that we have seen happening is we can put the pieces together and almost map out their plan, basically. We've got this warning alert coming up here soon. We've got new updates and new versions to jabs and boosters. We've got the past instances of what have happened here recently in Lahaina, in Maui, in Hawaii, in Florida, in Kentucky, in Vermont, even in Montreal. Like, this is not isolated, okay? Is it a reasonable, logical thought to plan and prepare for a lockdown that would come by way of a natural weather event that would essentially prevent people from being able to escape, evacuate, gain access to resources? Is that their plan? Is that what they're working towards? Is that what they are building up?
Okay, I'm standing here where it's cool. Well, that's